Can you say something real quick?
Yeah, this is me saying something for Bunz because she's testing her audio. I don't know, and levels or whatever.
Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that. I want to be sassy.
Listen here, fuckers. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast should not be taken seriously. All jokes and banter are not meant to be taken up the ass. And no, you may not speak to my manager, so get back to not doing your homework or not doing your job and enjoy the Rolling Thick podcast.
Are you ready?
Rolling thick.
And what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Rolling Thick podcast. I'm your host. My name is Teddy,
And I'm Bunz.
and we're back. Episode 8. We're 8, right? Yeah, 8.
I don't know. We're at a number. And it's not 2.
I feel like the audio's gonna be on time, but it feels like it's been a minute.
It has. It's been a bit.
We're a couple days late.
Nobody knows.
Real quick,
Totally recorded this on time.
the guys at work wanted a little shout out. So shout out to Peter. How you doing? I know you guys listen. I appreciate you guys being such a good fan. Who else? Johnny. Shout out to Johnny. That fool's out there right now. Was he telling me his son's a rapper?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's crazy. He was telling me, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I had a couple friends that were rappers, and I would constantly like go to shows and stuff that they were like performing at.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is a lot of fun, especially you're like
Sounds
in
fun.
backstage areas, and
Yeah.
stuff, like green rooms. Hell yeah!
Mm.
Shout out to them. If you guys are listening to the audio, so you can follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/.
Wow, you like lagged there.
See what happens when we don't meet up on Tuesdays? All that shit just like leaving my brain.
I know. I was like, he can do it. He's got this.
Anyways, we're live on Tuesdays normally, so come through. This would have been a great episode to do live, and if we
I
had
know.
like a good audience, like a decent sized
One
audience,
day.
would have been great.
Yeah.
But
It's
at
okay.
last, we do not. No, dude. So the world. Did you hear? I sent you a TikTok, but I don't know if you saw it. The castle at Disneyland burned down.
Oh my god, I did. I fact checked that because I was like, no, that's
Dude.
not true. I was like, why? I didn't believe it. I thought you were like sending me like satire or something.
Dude, I had to go double check too. When I saw it, I was like, nuh-uh. But yeah, it totally burned down, and I feel like
Like, did it completely burn
they're
down?
gonna
Or is
demolish
it just damaged?
they're gonna demolish.
They're gonna demolish it?
Yeah, because
Wow.
and there's a little bit of a conspiracy theory going around that they did it on purpose. They let it burn on purpose because it caught fire, and there's reports of the fire being like there's recordings of the fire being reported, and nothing happened for like an hour. To the point
Huh.
where like they couldn't do anything. They just evacuated and like let it fucking die on its own.
Let it die, let it die.
Yeah. So
That's so sad.
if you never got to see it in person, it's gonna be gone.
Was that the one in Florida or the one in California?
I think that's the one in Florida. No,
Yeah, never.
I think the one's in because Florida only has one park, right?
I got no idea.
Anyways, one of them burned down.
It's above my affordability of life.
it's past the knowledge I've ascertained.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't have the finances to visit said places, so
Yeah, so the castle burned down. Kellogg's, the CEO of Kellogg's, a fucking asshole. Did you see what
Yeah.
happened? The fool came out. Did you hear what he
yes, I did. Yeah,
said?
just eat cornflakes.
He said if people are having trouble affording food, just have cereal for dinner. And then he went and he raised the price on Kellogg's.
I know. Like,
That
they've
food's-
gone up 28%.
That food is savage. And then like, there's a lot of posts that are being like, a lot of things that are a lot of people like, talking about it, right? And
Yeah.
they want to start
Boycotts.
boycotts.
Is that the
And-
word you were looking for?
Yeah, boycotts, protests, whatever you may want to call it. But initially, it's
Yeah.
a boycott because a boycott's when you refuse to use or do something, right? In order to get like your demands met, versus like,
Yeah.
yeah. So they want us to like boycott, not just Kellogg, but like anything that we find, like
All the brands.
All
They
the-
want us to go off, like, completely off brand for everything.
imagine our economy would be so.
I already shop off brand. Like, I can't.
None of us can afford it. Who's
None of us
buying?
can
Who the
afford
fuck
that.
is buying all this fucking? No, but like it makes a lot of sense, right? Because in theory, on paper, it works. But my thing is convenience always wins, and we live in a society where like I can say, "Oh yeah, dude, I'm on your side," and go buy Kellogg's anyways.
I know, right?
So like, because I remember when Trump was being elected the first time, there was a lot of people that were saying like, oh, I'm not gonna vote for him. His race is out, like whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to say they were for Trump,
Mm-hmm.
and then he won, which just means that
Yep.
people were lying, so they don't look bad, right? And just went and voted
Pretty
for whoever
much.
they wanted to vote anyways.
Everybody says what they want to say, what they feel they need to say
Yeah.
to
To
protect
look-
themselves.
to look good.
Yeah. I do too. I will not tell people where I'm at. I figure where they're at, and I just go off that. I don't want confrontation. If I actually confront you on something, it means I actually like you and you're my friend. Everybody else, I just say what I need to do to pacify it, or I downplay a lot of what I'm talking about or what my opinion is.
You seem dumb.
And some, I don't know if I seem
Or
dumb,
uninterested.
but I usually will just say I don't have enough knowledge to comment on the matter, or I don't have enough.
That's the smartest way to say I'm dumb.
Yeah, I know it's an intelligent way to say that I don't give a shit.
I have
Um,
yet to ascertain.
The knowledge I need to continue this conversation
The proper
in any productive manner.
Please come back. Some other time.
No, like there's certain things I do have my very strong opinions on, and then I really don't give a shit what people think. But
That's-
for the most part, especially when it comes to politics, I really just
Politics are fun
keep it neutral.
because I can I can argue even if I'm on your side.
That's true. That's true. I have people where like we're on completely opposite sides, but yet we agree on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how? Like
I-
political things.
I like the
And-
videos where the guy goes and he goes, "Oh, did you hear Biden say this?" And he'll quote Trump. And he goes, "Well, yeah, well, Biden's losing his mind. He has Alzheimer's." It's like fucking Trump said it.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's one of those. I will say whatever I need to keep the peace. But as far as like the boycotts and the sticking it to the big corporations, I think if everybody would actually work together, it would be pretty productive.
Yeah, in theory.
Um,
I agree.
in theory, because I mean, they are with what is it called that they're doing where they're cutting all the packaging, like they're cutting the products back, but not marking it on the packaging.
Oh,
Like cake mix used to be like 18 ounces. It's down to like 14 now, but the ingredients are still the same that you need to use. You know, they just keep cutting back what you're getting.
I see what you're saying. see
I
what you're
can't remember what there's some fancy ass word for it, but we don't do fancy ass words here unless we're trying to sound dumb.
saying.
But yeah, and so I feel that if it would work because they're just inflating prices and cutting down the product.
Yeah, the amount that you receive, but it's just Instead of making it more expensive, they're giving you less amount,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it more expensive. Per
Well, and then the other, did you see the other one?
ounce.
Maybe it's one you actually sent me, where they are taking the products, like soda, for example, was the TikTok I saw. But I see it in the stores all the time, and I constantly am doing math, where it's like, buy two, get two free.
Yeah.
But you have to buy two to
Yeah.
get the two free, and you think you're getting a great deal, but you're not.
That's always been my argument. I remember my baby mom was like, "Oh no, buy this one because it's cheaper. But we don't need that much. Yeah, but it's cheaper per ounce. Yeah, but we don't need that much.
I mean,
you're spending more. You're not saving.
I mean,
it.
she's right. She's right. It is cheaper to buy it, but the fact is, you end up using more of it because you have more of it. And so and again, you're being forced to buy it. I don't need 4 12-packs of soda for a week. I go to the grocery store once a week.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy 4 packs of soda.
It's either you responsibly use it within the amount of weeks you would usually use it, or you overindulge it and you consume all of it.
Exactly.
Within the same parameters. But then you're like, you're being unhealthy, you're being irresponsible, and then next week you're gonna spend more. You're spending more.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
you're not rationing it the way you're supposed to ration it.
And it's like they can't just give you the normal price. They have to make it weird.
Yeah.
And and peanut butter. That was my experience this week. Was peanut butter was on sale. It wasn't on sale, but it was like, if you're a member, you get it for this price. The normal family size peanut butter was 12 cents an ounce. The smaller peanut butter was 11 cents an ounce. And so I instead bought the smaller peanut butter. But guess what? I'm going to be out of that peanut butter by the end of the goddamn week. But I sure as fuck wasn't going to buy big one.
That's why I don't pay attention to the price. I swear, I go in there with more than enough money.
I try to spend only $100 a week on groceries, maximum. So I really have to budget what I'm buying and what it's going towards. So... and even $100 a week, I feel like is overspending on my little family of 3.
If you're gonna try to save and nitpick,
I'm not trying to save. I'm just trying not to go bankrupt.
Just become a couponer. Fucking. Have you seen the videos where they go and they actually receive money?
They don't really do that. They don't really offer that anymore. Like those coupons don't really exist.
Everybody now has an app. We have to be a member.
I know. Even the store, like Kroger's, Mariano's, whatever you want to call it, Fred Meyer's, it's got different names all across the fucking country. They literally have your member prices. They have the regular prices, and then they have your little club card prices that you scan. But then you also need to have a fucking app to get their digital coupons on top of the member prices. Like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's all a scam.
Because I already have enough anxiety going to the register as it is. And then when my stupid little card doesn't scan, I have to actually talk to the person. Like, hey, can you scan this? And now you want me to pull my phone. I'd be like, I got digital coupons.
I was looking into sponsors for the show. And I want to get the one where they send you irregular shaped foods that the groceries don't want.
Oh, yeah,
and it's cheaper because they're irregularly shaped.
I will eat a weird shaped banana. It's all good.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's funny to think
I'll eat weird fruit. It's fine.
Even the shit that we consume that's natural,
it's got to be aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, it's got to be visually appealing to.
And yet everybody thinks they'll be fine at the end of the world.
People don't know that there's yellow watermelons because the red ones are better looking. The red ones do something to your brain because of the color red.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Anyhow,
yeah,
the world's falling apart, and we're here.
It's always
episode 8. Today we're doing bad luck. Fuck my life stories, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mainly because I've had a lot of bad luck this week, and I want to hear what people are going through, so I feel better. So,
Yes.
do you have any stories?
No.
No. Okay. Let's. Do you have any of your own you would like to share?
I'm trying. I can't really. I mean, I don't have the greatest luck, but I wouldn't say my luck's been that bad. I'm still alive,
I've
I
had
got that
shitty
going for
luck.
me.
I remember, but I have a friend. His name's Goof, and I remember growing up, he would have like the most hilarious like bad luck you can't even make that shit up sometimes. I remember we would play baseball, but it would only be three. There was no home base. It was just 1, 2, 3. You were out, and then we had like all these rules because there was only like six to eight of us at a time.
Yeah.
And I remember the girl, we would play girls versus boys sometimes, and the girls were really good because they were like obsessed with joining the softball team. So they were like constantly practicing and like obsessing over it, right? So and then us guys would play like soccer or football, so we wouldn't really like be, up to them. So we would play boys versus girls, and we would be really competitive. And I remember one time, Goof, like he was up to bat. He was like, "Let's go!" And one of my friends, she pitched the ball and it hit him right in the nuts.
Oh no!
It hit him in the nuts. He went down. All the guys went, "Oh," like we do. And then, and then like, we wouldn't count it as a walk. The only way you wouldn't walk. It would either be you would be out, or you'll keep doing redos depending on how the pitch went.
Yeah.
And then so he had to pitch again. But he was like, "Nah, fuck that. Let the other girl pitch." So she came up to pitch, and then like she threw it and he ducked, right? Because he was all scared.
Yeah.
and then that was another strike. So she's going for the third one, and she throws it, and Goofy, like, he jumps on the floor and he tries to like hold his fucking junk so he doesn't get hit in the nuts again.
Yeah.
And the ball followed him and it hit him right in the forehead. As he hit the ground, it hit him in the forehead, and it was so fucking hilarious. You had to be there because there was no way, like, the forces of nature made it happen that way. It was great.
That's awesome.
And like he would like, I remember one time he was talking shit about something. I don't know what he was saying, but he had like a bright white shirt on, brand new, talking shit. And then all of us went, "Hey, Goof." He's like, "What?" They look at your shirt. He looked out and a bird had shit on him from his shoulder all the way down his shirt.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, and he was like trying to take it off, and he was like vomiting in his shirt. And trying to take it. It was fucking great.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
But that's the type of luck. That's the type of bad luck that's just like you can't write that shit. That's like
No.
No one in the world has had that happen to them. It's just like once in a lifetime type of shit.
You hope, anyway. Right?
I would hope, yeah. I know people get pooped on, but like it usually like it'll hit you like in a glob, but it hit him where it just stained the shirt from the top all the way down to the bottom. Like it didn't hit him directly, like it just like grazed him.
It hit him at a nice little angle.
It grazed him all the way down. It was fucking great.
Yeah, no, I haven't had any like super bad luck that I can honestly think of. Everything's just kind of been like meh. Just like not bad, but not great. But not horrible. Not good. Just
What about like clumsiness?
story of my life. No, I got lots of those, but I don't think there's anything like great about them. But I
know you live like in a lot of areas where like it snows.
Yes.
Slippery floors and stuff. That's great.
I mean, I've definitely like slipped on my ass and slid down
Do you do that one thing where you just like freeze in the position and you just sliding down?
Yes, lots of times. I know.
Why do our bodies?
I didn't make the most intelligent choices as a child. But I was at my friend's house. I was probably 9, maybe 10, and I didn't really know how to rollerblade or roller skate. But she had some rollerblades, and she's like, "Let's go rollerblading." I'm like, "Okay, can't be that hard." So put on the rollerblades, and we went down to like the supermarket because it wasn't too far away from her house, and I'm figuring it out along the way. But then we came to the hill that went down. Now remember, the supermarket literally is next to the ocean. Like, here's the store, here's the ocean. People take pictures of the ocean from the supermarket parking lot. But anyway, so we were going down the hill. I didn't know how to go down the hill. There's traffic coming and all of that. And I was like, and my friend, she knew how to rollerblade. They're her fucking rollerblades. So she's off. She's doing great. And she left me.
What a bitch.
And I'm sitting there trying to figure out how to like go down this hill. I am blocking traffic. There's no traffic on this island, but I made a traffic jam that day. I made traffic. There were cars honking at me. I couldn't move. It was asphalt, so it's not like I could just crawl away. I was wearing shorts.
Oh no.
So like I was like trying to like scoot and crawl. Yeah, it was awful and embarrassing. Probably why I have anxiety now.
Oh,
crippling anxiety.
You never jumped on skating again? On rollerblades?
No, never did rollerblading again. I thought I'd be able to figure it out because I could ice skate, sort of. But yes, that's the story of my life, and I don't venture out and try new things often now. Ever since.
That's funny. I know. Yeah. One of the curses that I hold, and I tell everybody, and they don't believe me. Is every time I fill up my car with gas, all the way to full, my car breaks down. Like,
yes,
and it's happened 4 times, and it's funny because 4 times I've filled up my tank 4 times. That's how fucking poor I am.
Yeah,
it's usually in $10 increments.
Yeah, in the past year, I think I've maybe filled my tank twice.
Yeah, people tell me all the time, like, yeah, I fill up my tank like every 3 days. What the fuck? Nah, every 3 weeks.
Money bags. Yeah, no, it's 10, 15, maybe $20 increments if I'm feeling extra.
Yeah, I've sent 3 cars to the junkyard with full tanks.
Oh no! Oh, so it's not just this car; it's every car.
It's been.
It's your lifelong curse.
It's my curse.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And every time you're having like a really bad week or month, I'm just like, I wonder if he filled his gas tank full.
It's got to be something, because something triggers it. My fucking strain of bad luck.
It's the moon.
The moon? Is it because of the new moon year or whatever the fuck?
It might be.
Nah, I don't believe in that stuff. I'm a Capricorn.
Is it a leap year? It's a leap year.
It's a leap year too, yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's a leap year. That's why everything's going to shit in a handbasket.
Oh, you always catch me off guard with these white people references. So I'm going to the shit in the basket.
Hand basket, specifically.
Okay.
Not any basket.
Yes. So I have this. I read this story on here. It's on Reddit. It says, "What's the funniest fuck my life post you've seen?" Today I was diagnosed with clogged milk gland. I'm not, nor have I ever been pregnant, and therefore I've never breastfed. This condition was caused by my boyfriend's overactive urge to suck on my nipples. I
didn't know that could happen.
I'm in horrible pain, and he won't stop laughing. I didn't know that could happen either, but that makes sense, right? Because, like...
No.
Yeah, because
No, that doesn't-
women that've
no.
never been pregnant can start to
You can start to lactate as a woman, but it takes a lot. Like there's a lot that goes into making that
it doesn't.
happen.
Because
Yes, it does.
I remember in history class I was reading that they would make like the women that were slaves breastfeed, and they've never had.
But well, you can't like force it to happen because even some women that have given birth can't produce milk.
Yes, it says
But-
right there, look.
What?
You can force it if you suck hard enough.
No, but the thing is like she's saying she has like a clogged duct, but she's never lactated.
That would mean, maybe he sucked too hard, right? So it's not necessarily that she's producing or lactating. It's just like the equipment is there, right? So he's just like,
In theory.
right? Yeah. It doesn't create it once you start lactating, does it?
No, they're there always.
Yeah. So I guess he just like damaged the equipment without it being in use.
Well, I mean, again, it's possible if you use it that you can produce milk. But I know women, even when you're pregnant, like women will try and like use the breast pump to help increase lactation before they've given birth.
Yeah, to trick the body into thinking that they.
But it doesn't. It doesn't. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But those are women that are literally already going through the changes.
Yeah.
And
the craziest
I know
thing is like
that's just insane, though.
That some women don't lactate until they give birth. Like the day they give, like
well, that's when that's technically when you're supposed to.
That's fucking
is like
crazy.
Is like 2 or 3 days. Well, because the hormones, and so like 2 or 3 days. Because I know when I gave birth to my oldest, I didn't actually produce milk until like another day later. Like nothing was coming out. Like I had to have my baby trying to nurse to get my milk going, and then it did work, but.
It was a holiday.
Yeah, it doesn't
for your breast.
No, there's no holiday because you gotta have a baby attached to it the whole fucking 24 hours. So your body's like, oh crap,
your
the
body's
baby
like,
came out.
nah, dude,
we need to work.
We don't work on the
Sabbath. And then when I had my second, and then I didn't stop lactating. I swear to God. And then when my second, I was pregnant with her, and then anyways.
You know what the funniest thing that
that suck.
The stuff that I find hilarious when it comes to like women lactating is if any baby in the world cries, their body's like, let's go.
Yeah, it still makes me like the pain, the twinge that you get.
I heard there's like a little like a tingle, like a
I wouldn't call it tingle. It's like a freaking stabbing pain. But yeah.
Whose baby's crying? Shut that baby up.
Yeah, it hurts sometimes. I hated it. And even now, still, like I think I have PTSD from it because I'll hear a baby cry and be like, even though there's no pain there. Like my baby's like 6 years old.
All the previously pregnant women.
Yeah, pretty much. Like even as you said it, like I even knew where it was going, and I was like, recoil.
Okay, but look at these.
I'd be pissed if I freaking got a clogged duct from my boyfriend sucking on my boob. Like, I'd be pissed.
The comments
like, you're done. You're cut off. Seriously.
The comments, every day I'm suckling. but look at this one. Look at this one. Where'd he go? And so I had an ex who would get sick to her stomach if I brushed up against her nipples by accident. But if we were in bed, she wanted me to hang from him like an ape. Oh shit! Hang from him like an ape. That's fucking wild.
No touchy unless they're doing stuff, I guess.
No. Yeah, it's like you gotta be in the mood for it to feel good because then it's
just for the record. Men can lactate too. So PSA out there. Yeah, I know. So PSA, y'all can get clogged ducts as well. So watch who's sucking on your tits.
Don't let just anyone suck on the nips.
Yes.
Oh God.
That is. I'm mad for her. That That shit hurts.
Neighbors over there barking his ear.
How do you like it?
Some of these are like really short, but it makes you think. Like this guy, he said, I got stung by a jellyfish in the balls twice.
No, that would hurt.
What? I wonder what it feels like. Is it like a stinging? Like if it stings you in the leg? Is it like a?
Well, honestly, I don't recall being stung by a jellyfish. My oldest was, and I felt bad because I didn't believe her. Like, we saw the jellyfish swim by, and I'm like, oh, we better move. And she's like, it stung me. I'm like, you're overreacting. We just saw it. I saw where it was swimming. It didn't sting you. And I was telling her to, like, knock it off and, like, suck it up. And we got on land, and I see, like, the tentacle marks on her legs.
Oh.
I'm like,
is it like a?
I would imagine it's kind of like when you get a burn, like when you burn your fingers or something. Like, it's just like a burning sensation that doesn't stop.
Burning, like an electrical burn,
No, like a stovetop burn. I don't think I've had an electrical burn, so I guess I can't say yes or no to that. I don't touch hot electrical things. Hold on, let me go try. I'll let you know. Be right back. Yeah, that's the only. I don't honestly think I've ever been stung by one though. But that would not feel good.
Yeah, I wouldn't. The balls. Get for skinny dipping, dude. Your fucking shorts on. Oh, dude, anything that happens in that area is just
not cool.
It just makes me quiver in fear.
Yes.
Oh my god. Some people have the weirdest luck. Like what did I read earlier? That the guy was getting bit by a fucking wasp?
You didn't share that?
I think I was telling you.
Nope.
Okay, here. This probably happened to someone else too, but last year while I was in my backyard, I suddenly felt something weird on my left arm. So I look and there was a wasp chewing on me. Not stinging, chewing. It's probably due to the colorful tattoo. But I've never heard of
that's
anybody
right.
else.
That's right.
Yeah. I've seen bees like chew like on flowers. I don't know why I was so close to a bee and a flower, but I know every time when I was younger, every time I'd wear like my white shirt or like a shirt with like something colorful on it, like the bees would always like be attracted to it. I remember one time Goof. Here we go. I remember one time Goof, there was a bee's nest like underneath, like in what do they call, like a gazebo? A gazebo? Is that what they're called? Like the overhead?
Yeah.
Like there was a bee's nest and we were daring him to fuck with it. So I gave him one of my sweaters.
Of course.
Like one of my giant sweaters. Because I remember I got a giant sweater just to like be in the house with it. And he like knocked it down. And he like tried to cover himself so he didn't have to run. And somehow a bee got inside the sweater. And we were just like on the other side of the pool, just like listening to him fucking struggle. It was great.
That's horrible.
No, it was great.
No. Mean.
Oh god.
Not good. Not good at all.
Great. I remember one time I was working at this job and I was loading a trailer and my phone rang and I looked at it, the text, right? And I always put it like on my like my chest pocket. And I went to go put it in my pocket, and I thought I felt it go in, and I let go, and it didn't. So it just fucking fell to the floor. And it was back then where like the phones, you can open them up and like change the chip and like move the battery. And it hit the floor, and it immediately turned into 3 pieces. And then the battery fell down a crack the size of the battery.
Like, oh no!
Underneath it was a ramp for the trailers. And I remember I seen it just go in there like it's literally like the same width of the fucking battery. My battery fell in, and it was lost forever, like forever. And I remember I was like, "Fuck!" And I had to go get a new phone. And getting a new phone back then, like, it wasn't something that happened immediately.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you had to go around, hey, fool, what's your number? I got your phone. You number my phone. Fucking headache and a half, I swear. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where people, like, will drop something and the perfect size.
I know, and you can't get anything, can't get it out.
Oh yeah,
it's just
that's
like
the worst.
Like, what are the odds that it fell down that one spot? The one place I didn't need it to go.
Do you believe in good luck?
Yes.
Like
I do.
Like totems of good luck? Like 4-leaf clovers?
What do you mean totems?
Like a
Oh. I don't know. So, funny thing about 4-leaf clovers is one of my houses that I lived in one of my mini moves. I think it was Virginia, but I could be mistaken. It's all blurring together. Yeah, I think it was Virginia. We had clover all over our yard. The whole fucking thing. And my daughter found one 4-leaf clover. Okay. And I was like, oh, cool. That's great. Proceeded to find 17 more 4-leaf clovers while we lived, like, in that summer. I never found a single one.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. She has them all framed. Like, we pressed them and I framed them for her. So in the entirety of us living there, she found 4-leaf clovers. Like, I stopped pressing them. I'm like, dude, you're just rubbing it in my face now. And the sad thing is I'd sit there and hunt for them with her.
Like, I think I found one.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one 5-leaf clover in there.
Whoa. That one's bad. Then, that one.
Yes. And so I do believe in something there, because what are the odds that she found that many and I couldn't find a single one?
Well, that would make sense though, because finding one is lucky, right? And then once
so I guess
you possess
it's my bad luck. I couldn't find a damn other one.
But for her, it'd be done. Like she was lucky to find one. That object made her just more lucky to find another
it multiplied.
One. Yeah,
it multiplied her
like,
finding.
The luck went nowhere but to finding them. Instead of like wasting it on something else, she just kept finding another one.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know if it's luck or she just has good eyeballs, but there's something about that. Same yard, same place, same time, but she found all of them. And that's the sad thing. I was trying. Like, I wasn't just sitting there going, oh, I'll just sift through these clovers silently while she, puts her heart and soul into it. I was trying so hard to find. I was like, I just want to find one 4-leaf clover.
Nope. Not even to this day.
Never found one. So there's that. Would you consider it good luck or bad luck? But it just reminded me when we lived there, it was, I don't know, maybe a few months before we actually moved. I think it was the summer before we moved. I was out with the kids, and I think we've talked about this on the podcast before. And I saw a really big red fuzzy ant Turns out to be the cow killer ant. It's called like a red velvet ant or something like that.
Oh, yeah, the red velvet ant. Yeah.
Yeah. Other people have lived in that area their whole lives. Never saw one before. I saw one, and I'm really glad I didn't touch it. But I wanted to.
They're like poisonous or something?
They put their bite is extremely painful. Hence cow killer. But yeah, I'm really glad the kids didn't step on it. But like I said, we only lived there for a couple of years, and so to see that, and people that have lived there the whole lives have never seen it, I don't know if I'd consider that lucky or bad luck. Especially considering I couldn't find a damn 4-leaf clover in my yard, but I could find this stupid ant that's gonna like kill a cow.
I would say it's good luck to find it. I feel like it'd be bad luck to not find it and it find you.
That's true. I wore shoes after that until we moved. That's not why we moved, but that's it's one of those things. But yeah, I think there's like a lucky rabbit foot. Did you ever used to have one of those?
No, but I've seen them. My friend had one.
Yeah. I don't know if possessing a token can be good luck or not. I don't know. I feel like maybe if it's gifted to you,
you know what?
Then there might be some luck attached to it.
This kind of like ties into the last episode.
Manifestation.
We kind of talked about the manifestation, yeah.
Well, I tried to manifest a fucking clover and it didn't work, so. After I say I believe in manifestation.
And you didn't believe hard enough.
I didn't. I've gotten a lot better. Maybe I can manifest a clover.
I think
come up.
Because a lot of people have like a certain item of clothing that's like considered lucky to them, or like when writing, or like when competitions, they have like a lucky thing that they carry, or a lucky ball that they use.
But isn't that more of like a superstition?
Yeah, right. Like you want to carry the same like what do you call it?
Yeah, token.
Yeah, or like do the same things you did last time that made you
your ritual.
Yeah, like rituals. Yeah, exactly. But I know there's a lot of
a
lot of superstition with bad luck, like the cat walking in front of you, or scare the fuck out of you, like going underneath the ladder, or like breaking the mirror.
Yeah, like people like telling you having a black cat's like bad luck.
No, having one?
Seeing one?
I think.
Well, I figure, is it just seeing one, or is
I think it's
like,
seeing one.
I think if you own it, you see it every day.
I think
you own it. It's in your bed. Like
I think it specifically has to scare you as it crosses by. Specifically.
Well, shit, I'm so fucking scared anyway all the damn time.
Everything.
The cat doesn't have to do much.
Just put it.
What if you see? Well, she's dead now, but that's not the point. What if I see her ghost? Is that bad luck?
Does it scare you?
It's a fucking ghost, yes?
So I seen ghosts that didn't scare me.
Okay, you're in your house, and all of a sudden, you see a cat dart across the side of your eyeballs.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
In your peripherals.
That's bad luck.
And you're just
there was no way you identified that as your old cat. There's no way.
But there's no cat. I'm in my house. The doors are closed and locked. I don't have some random ass cat in my house.
Oh no, probably not.
No, actually I did. They made me watch it for philosophy.
Yeah. Well, the cat. It's a glitch in the Matrix. You just saw it.
Or like I'm laying in bed and I see like the cat tail just flicker across and then it's gone.
Oh, he doesn't want to go.
I know. But I'm just saying, is it bad luck if I see my dead black cat's ghost?
Yes.
Well, shit.
I have no idea. That's so specific to you.
Well, you said if you see a black cat. I'm like, but it doesn't count if it's your own black cat. But what if it's a ghost? The ghost, it scares me.
No, but is it scaring you because it's random, or is it scaring you because it's a ghost?
Both.
That's bad luck. I'm going to just say yes. We're gonna go with yes.
Thank you. I finally have the answer I needed.
I have a list of things that are like considered bad luck.
Let's see how many of them fit our lifestyle.
Breaking a mirror is said to bring 7 years of bad luck, specifically.
Oh my god. I have a story about that.
About mirrors?
Yeah.
Go.
I forgot. And maybe I've brought it up before. I don't know. But it's one of those things like I watched and it's like lives rent free in my brain sometimes. And the moment you said it, it clicked. But so I was watching this show and it was basically like paranormal activities and stuff, you know, people's stories. And I think this was before the internet was really a big thing for TV watching. Anyways, this person had been told by their like grandma or somebody that if you break a mirror, if you don't want 7 years bad luck, you just leave it and you'll have 7 hours of bad luck. Like, don't clean it up for 7 hours or 7 days. I can't remember which it was.
Damn it.
But anyway, so this lady, like, she broke a mirror and she remembered what her, like, grandma had said. So she left it. And it was literally like her whole world went on this roller coaster while that mirror stayed on the floor. And then after, like,
she had those 7 hours or days of bad luck.
I think I'm pretty sure it was 7 hours, and like there's just a bunch of like paranormal freaky shit that happened within those 7 hours.
She let the spirits out of the mirror.
Basically, yeah. And so then she cleaned up the mirror after that, and she didn't have any more bad luck after. But like in that time frame,
that is
it was awful, like awful bad luck. We're talking like power was going out, water problems. Like, just all sorts of just random shit. Phone calls of bad news. Like, just everything.
Oh, hell no.
And I don't know if she, like, got a text that she lost her job. Like, there's just all sorts of random shit that just happened in such a short period of time. And then she was able to clean the mirror up, and it was fine.
That's
So, yeah. So, I don't... Actually, I'm going to Google if that's a thing.
Does that make you believe, or does that make you not believe?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I believe in a lot of weird shit. But I still do all the things that I'm not supposed to. Like, I've broken a mirror and I've cleaned it up the same day, so.
I never cleaned it up. What is that? Was that why I have constant bad luck? I just left it there forever. Go back, see if it's there. I gotta fucking clean it up.
Yeah, it's not my problem.
Yeah, damn it. I remember when I broke my mirror. I was like fucking 13 years old. I was like, damn, 7 years is forever. You feel like 7 years is forever. Been 7 years twice.
You can apparently throw the mirror in a south-running stream.
Yeah, hell's a south-running stream? Like a
Stream
river?
that goes south. Well, yeah.
A stream that goes south, unless you're on the other side of the equator and it goes north.
Oh, another thing is you're supposed to blacken the mirror with fire, and then you can bury him. Exactly 1 year later.
What the fuck? Where am I supposed to house all this broken glass?
Unfortunately, you'll still have 1 year of bad luck until then, so try to avoid doing anything risky.
Does it have to be a silver mirror, or one of like the modern day mirrors, whatever they're made out of nowadays?
Aren't they all made the same?
No. Okay, so I learned this from a vampire lore, where like vampires, they don't have reflections, and it's because back in the days the mirrors were made with silver.
Interesting.
Silver and glass, but now they're not. They're like chemically made.
Got it. Well, I don't know. This didn't get specific. It's just saying use a flame to blacken the mirror fragments. Then you can bury them 1 year later. You'll have bad luck for a year. This one says you touch a tombstone with one glass shard. So take one of the piece of broken mirror, go to a graveyard, and touch a tombstone.
That's so specific.
It is. But it releases your 7 year curse immediately.
Damn it.
It even says it might be a little creepy, but do what you gotta do.
There's Failing to respond to chain letters. I remember that was like really popular back then. Given a clock as a gift. To give a clock, what the hell? Has the same pronunciation as sending off for ones. Off for one ends. What?
I wonder if that's like. I mean,
Oh.
I don't know what that's trying to say.
It says if you give somebody a clock,
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's like it's pronounced the same as what did I say? Sending off for one's end.
Oh, okay. So you're like killing them by giving them a clock?
Yeah, they're like, you're out of time, bro. Basically,
Huh.
that sounds so like a mafia
I
thing
got,
to do.
I,
Here's the
I
clock.
got, I got a clock. I need. Hold on, I gotta go buy someone a clock. Shit, my mom gave me a clock. Fuck.
Ooh, oh, but you're not Chinese, so you're straight.
That works. That works. Well, have you heard the shoes theory?
The shoes?
The shoe theory.
It looks like comfortable shoes. You can
No,
walk in
if you
those all
gift
day
somebody,
now. Feel the
like
thing.
they say like in a relationship, you're not supposed to gift your significant other a pair of shoes.
Who is they?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, so what happens though? What happens if you gift the
The
shoe?
superstition is if you gift somebody a pair of shoes, that it signifies it's like they're gonna walk out of your life,
Ooh, these shoes were made for walking.
and not to add to the superstition. However, my ex gifted me a pair of shoes,
and you was out.
and shortly after that, our entire relationship fell apart.
No,
So yeah,
shortly after that,
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
as soon as you put them on, you're like, you.
So I'm trying to think. Yeah. Oddly enough, about the time I got the shoes
So
was
you know
about the
how
time
you want to say he's not a dirtbag.
everything.
Like a dirtbag.
Oh, I mean, I don't think the shoes caused it.
No,
I
I
highly
blame Adidas.
They were Brooks, but yeah.
They were.
I highly doubt. I'm just interesting that when he did get me a pair of
That's
shoes, the relationship did completely fall apart. And they weren't ones I picked out. Like it wasn't I wasn't like I need a new pair of shoes. Here's a shoe I like. Can we buy it? It was like I got shoes for Christmas.
I remember for Christmas, my dad got one shoe.
One?
Yeah. So technically, they didn't gift him a pair. It's just the other shoe was in a different box. It's fucking funny, dude. Like he's like all happy about that one shoe, but I think he was happy because the other one's bound to be in a different box.
Interesting.
So, Lord,
was that intentional?
It's a fucking loophole, homie. Yeah, it was supposed to be like a gag, like a
Okay.
a prank. Like you just got pranked. You got one shoe.
It's funny.
I remember
Good
one year
actually.
they gave me an Xbox card, but
Mhm.
but like they didn't want to just give me like an envelope. They put it in a box with all my dirty socks they had found that week. So I opened it up on Christmas, a bunch of dirty ass socks. I was like, the fuck? You couldn't have washed them? Fuckers, they give them to me all fucking stank. Opening an umbrella indoors.
Oh, I do that all the time.
But why? Is it because you're gonna poke somebody's eye out?
I mean, I don't know. It's just always known to be bad luck. Why it's bad luck, I don't know. But I do it a lot. So do my kids. Although when I was little, I was very paranoid about it. Like I didn't even want to get in the school bus with my umbrella open because I felt that counted as inside. Oh, I think because when you according to this, is when you open it up inside into buildings, you run the risk of like breaking things in accidents.
Well, you gotta Mary Poppins your way out of that motherfucker.
I know, right?
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. That is my favorite line in any movie ever. You ever seen it?
Which one?
It's Guardians of the Galaxy, I think volume 2 or the first one.
Oh,
No, volume 2, I think.
it's been a really long time.
He gives him an umbrella. He's like flying away with the umbrella. He's like, he looked like Mary Poppins. Is he cool? He's really cool. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Oh, my favorite. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Oh shit. Yeah. Placing chopsticks straight up in a bowl of rice.
I've heard that. I don't know why that's bad luck though.
I heard it was more rude than
that. Well, it's probably rude because it's a superstition.
Like saying, "Nah, I don't like this shit. It's nasty." You know when you put like your napkin over the food you don't want?
No.
I heard that's like I thought that was like a proper etiquette.
Where?
I don't know. I just thought it was proper etiquette.
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't eat in front of enough people to know what etiquette is in front of people. I can't be taken out in public. It's I think that's what we're learning here.
Yeah, shoes on the table. Placing a hat on.
Shoes on a table. That's gross.
I do that sometimes, like on my desk.
No. Why not? What? You put your dirty ass shoes on your desk?
You don't give a fuck.
like you're kicking your feet up on your desk, or you take your shoes off and you put them on your desk?
No, like they're on the floor, and I'll pick them up and put them on my desk, and then I'll pick something else.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a reflex.
No, what? No, that's not.
Okay, what about my kids' shoes? My kids' shoes. Come here.
No,
give me your shoes,
different.
and then I put it on the desk. Boom.
Okay.
10 years back
No, still. Why can't you put them on the? Why the desk? The floor's right there.
I don't know.
Like that doesn't even make sense.
Like, you know,
and there's literally no reason for shoes to be on any surface other than the floor. You know how much shit people walk through? Quite literally.
Not me. Mm-mm.
And you don't walk on the ground. You just hover.
Yep.
Your shoes are pristine on the bottom.
Prestige.
Said pristine, not prestige worldwide.
Prestige.
No. Pristine.
Oh, viewing someone's doppelganger may be considered.
Is that bad luck?
Garbage or bad luck? I have a story, and I think you're gonna get scared.
Fuck.
No, it's not scary. It was alarming for me because I was like, "The fuck just happened?" But I remember one time.
You literally just said, "I'm gonna get scared,"
so
I'm just gonna. Oh fuck.
One time, I was living in that haunted house that I always talk about, and one time I was in the kitchen, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna ask my brother if he wants some," and I was like going down the hall, I was like going towards the hall, so I could walk down the hall into his room, which is at the end of the hall to the right, so you couldn't see the door because the water heater was there, and it was like a turn. So I was making it towards the hall, and then I seen him come out of the restroom that was like directly in front, a little bit skewed to the left of his room. I seen him come out of the restroom, and I was like, "Hey!" And I called him by his name. "Hey, Arthur. Hey, Arthur!" And he walked. He didn't go into his room. He walked straight into the other room that was straight ahead, which happened to be my parents' room. And then he made a right into the closet area of their room. And I was like, "You fucker!" And I walked in there. I was like, "Hey, do you want?" And there was nobody in there. Nobody was in there. And I was just standing there like, "The fuck?" And then my brother Arthur goes, "What?" And I got scared so bad. And I turned around. He was just looking at me. He's like, "What happened?" I was like, "But you were just and then you walked over here and then what? Where did you come from?" He's like, "I was in my room." I was like, "Dude, you just walked into my mom's room." But I was in my room. I saw you. Why? You're asking me why I was calling you? Because I saw you walk in here. And he's all like, "No, it wasn't me." My brother has like this like really stonery like vibe to him. He's like, "Oh, cool." He just walked away. Like, bitch.
What the fuck? No.
Oh yeah, that totally happened. And I remember I was so curious about it, and I went to go like investigate like what just happened to me. It was like, oh, it's a doppelganger, and people were saying like, there's like a lot of lore behind it, like, oh, it's an evil twin, or like, there's a theory like if those two doppelgangers were ever to meet, like they would like implode into one, and just like disappear out of the universe or some fucking random shit.
Well, you've seen there's been a couple of them years ago. People were like finding their doppelgangers online and meeting up with them. And there's a set of like 3.
Yeah, like I think it was like the guy, and then like he had his wife was a doppelganger of the other guy's wife.
Something like that. Yeah. That's some weird shit.
That's fucking crazy.
I don't think I have
they
a
had like
doppelganger.
similar stories too of how they both met separately, like how each one of them met like their spouse. It was fucking crazy. I remember I was reading the story where a guy was hit on a scooter and he died, and I think 2 years later his brother was in the similar accident on a different bike, and he got hit by the same guy his brother did on the same street.
It sounds like murder.
Like on some copy, Control C, Control V.
Yes, copy and paste death. That's freaking weird.
Imagine being the man who hit both of those dudes.
That's some bad luck right there. Or is that good luck? I don't know.
That's bad luck. You gotta carry that around with you. That's bad luck.
I know, that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
That'd be horrible. The
I
odds
killed
of
two
that
dudes
are insane.
on the same street.
I know,
and they were related.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awful. That's
poor mother.
That's one of those like unbelievable.
Yeah,
that didn't happen.
That's one of the things you can't make up. There's like a list of lucky symbols too. Number 7. The number 7's like the most like.
Oh yeah, everybody knows that.
Everybody knows number 7.
My grandpa had a camper. We called it the Lucky 7.
An albatross, which is like a seagull or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Like
I remember from the Rescue Down Under.
If seen by a sailor. Oh, you have to be a sailor. A land.
Sailor Moon count?
That's like when you see a seagull, you're like, there's land.
Huh.
How are dated are these? A barn star? When the fuck was the last time you saw a barn star?
What's a barn star?
Like a star on a barn?
Oh.
4-leaf clover. That's a little racist. Jew with a coin. About to bring money.
Nah, that's false. False.
No, it says right here in Poland. You've never been to Poland, so you don't know.
It's got to be in Poland. I guess I don't know. Never mind. Pass. Never mind. I don't have personal experience.
Dude, I want a pet pig.
The
rabbit's foot.
They're cute.
Oh, yep. Wishbone. You ever do the wishbone thing?
I just have a wishbone sitting up on my stovetop. Although oddly enough, yeah. So we had the turkey. The way we cooked it, like it literally fell off the bone. I was like, oh, bones. So I collected them all and I put them in my like little witchy cups. I let them dry out and everything. The other day, and so the wishbone is obviously in there because I was telling my daughter like the whole wishbone thing. Because as kids, we grew up in a house of like 5 siblings. If you got to do the wishbone, it was special, you know? Anyway, long story short, the other day, I was I was in my room and I just heard this banging in the kitchen, like complete clatter. What am I freaking? Anyway, there's a lot of noise that came from my kitchen. Like it sounded like the dishes collapsed in my sink.
Oh,
the piles of them.
Yeah.
And
with all the water and stuff, they just like
yeah. And so I like walked in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And my boyfriend was like, oh, it was just the dishes just fell in the sink. He was walking to go back down to the basement. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I looked on my stove later, and the bone, like the cup that had all the bones and my rosemary in there, had just fallen. It's been sitting there since October. Just fine.
Since Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, like the cup has been on top of my stove since October. I filled it with the bones on Thanksgiving. So yeah, since Thanksgiving, sitting up there just fine. Completely fell on the stove. Bones were like, fell almost in a weird little neat pile.
Oh, dude, that's bad luck. That's like witchcraft, though.
I know. It was my witchy bones.
Right, that's witchcraft, right? When they throw the bones and like it makes a symbol.
Yeah, well, they usually like throw the bones and they ask a yes or no question, and if the bones cross, the answer is yes. Oof. Nobody asked a damn question
that you heard, that you know of.
That I'm aware of. I don't know. I picked the bones up and put them back on my stove. It was weird. Like I yelled at my daughter. I was like, I yelled at her. I'm like, what the fuck were you doing messing with my bones? She's like, I didn't touch them. I'm like, oh. And then I pieced it all together. The noise. The funny thing is, the cup didn't break. Cup's glass. And it fell right side up. Like, it wasn't laying on its side. It was, like, sitting upright.
Yeah. Whoa.
So, I don't know. Oh, yeah. My dehumidifier has been sitting over by my laundry stuff, wash machine. Been sitting up there just fine since I installed it when I moved in. Literally had fallen completely over. Nobody's down here touching it or messing with it. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure my house is haunted. That's okay.
It goes up. It goes up in percentages every 10 days.
I mean, so far it's been okay. They're not hurting me none. So it's okay. They're just friends. They just freak me out a little bit here and there. It's all good. My lights have not been flickering though, so that's been nice.
Do you believe in karma? That would be considered luck, right? Because
that's a loaded question. I do and I don't, because I see a lot of people that deserve some pretty rotten karma, and they're just living their best life.
That's hard. That's hard to deduce, because you never know what someone's going through mentally, and that could be a form of payment too. Because if you're,
that's true.
Yeah, so you can see somebody that's like, you know.
But on the other hand, I feel like I haven't done like the best things in my life either. Like, none of us are innocent. We've all done some shit in our life we regret and that we wish we didn't do.
Nuh-uh.
Or that we... No, speak for yourself, man. But like, so on one hand, I do want to believe in karma. And on the other hand, I'm like, but if I do, does that mean karma's going to come for me?
I feel like I do. It keeps me in line. Because I could be an evil man. I know how to be. But I choose not to be. You know what I mean? And it's
You think you're a tough guy? Just kidding.
I'm like I'm like a how's that saying go? Like be
you're lucky I'm nice.
What's he saying? What's the saying go? He's like would you rather be a warrior in a field or what's that, or man, no, it's of a warrior in a garden or a gardener in a war. Yeah, wrap your head around that.
It doesn't make sense. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Oh, well, you have to be. So okay, like a warrior in a garden means like you're just chilling, but you can be like this, you know.
Oh, got it.
Or would you rather be like a gardener in a war where you gotta do both. That's what I'm saying. Gotta be able to do both. It'll come to you one day. You'll be like, oh, that's what that means. Oh, shit.
No, I do believe in karma, but I also...
You believe in it?
I don't use it.
You believe in it in the sense of like, do good, so good things happen?
I try to live my life the best way possible.
But then you remember like, oh, I probably owe her.
But I do know, like, I mean, we all have our list of things that we've done or said, or choices we've made that maybe weren't the best karma choices.
Yes.
I
see what you're saying.
Like I've definitely it's helped me stop going for revenge. Because there's been a lot of things that I would like to get revenge on people, I guess, things they've done. However, I hope that karma just takes care of it for me. But on the other hand, I also don't believe in karma because I've seen people that have been like the best people in my mind.
Yeah.
And they just get completely shit on their whole life.
Exhibit A.
So I was like, it's hard to tell. I want to believe in it though. However, maybe what it is like there's that belief that our current life is paying for our past life's wrongdoings or rewards.
We're about to get deep into this because there's that's too much to take in because like if we're getting paid for our past life, there's still people that have like really good lives, but they're fucking horrible people. What is that?
Yeah, but
what
they
does that
don't.
mean?
But that means their next life they're gonna get the punishment.
The next life they're gonna be
They're gonna be like some.
They're gonna be a roll of doggy bags.
Something, not necessarily roll with doggy bags, but they're just gonna have a completely different life because they didn't. Because again, it really depends on everybody's different spiritual beliefs. But I know there's the one where it's, you're paying for your past troubles, or you did this, I don't know, murdered someone in your past life, and now you're paying for it now in this life. Or you burned a lot of bridges and betrayed a lot of friends, and now you're paying for it in this life by either struggling with friendships or you're dealing with the same thing that you did in the past, but you don't even know you fucking did it. So you're just living through life going, why am I have such bad luck? No, you fucked up in your past life, dude. Be better.
I'm a new man.
Exactly. I'm reborn, literally. So I don't know. It's weird.
I believe it to an extent.
I believe when you do good finds its way back to you. It just doesn't find its way back to you necessarily as fast as you want or when you expect it to or want it to.
Or in the way that you want it.
Yeah, exactly. Careful what you wish for.
It's a lot of horse shit's what it is.
Mm-hmm. It's something.
I just wanted to belong.
I just want to find a 4-leaf clover. Thanks. I don't ask for much. Just a flower. I'm gonna go find that list of all the good luck things. And see if anything good happens.
It's mind boggling to try to sit here and try to be like, oh, but
what did I do to deserve this?
And then you start thinking like, oh, I probably did that. Yeah, that makes that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit, huh?
I mean, I have a running list of shit I think I've done that I'm like, yeah, I probably deserve this.
No, definitely. Yeah, me too.
Or like, I can't be mad. I deserve that, We only try to do our best, but
Yep.
that's me.
So in conclusion, don't break any mirrors, guys.
Although if you do and you take it to a graveyard and touch a tombstone, can you like let us know
What
how it goes?
happens?
Maybe video it, send it to us. I'm curious. Didn't say you had to do it at night, so can't be that scary. But I feel like you should do it at night. Saying. My opinion.
I had a dream that I couldn't escape. Basically, it was a dream, but I couldn't do anything. Basically stuck on my bed. Doesn't that what happens to you?
Oh God.
Just that.
Just yeah, like not even like what, a month ago? Fucking hate it. Can't move, can't breathe. Feel like I'm gonna suffocate and die. Great fun.
Oh,
Might
yeah.
also just be sleep apnea. I don't know.
Yay.
I don't know. But yeah, it's fucking freaky. I hate it. Great. That's probably gonna happen tonight. Thanks, Teddy.
No.
Freaking gonna have nightmares and everything. Why do we gotta do these podcasts when I'm alone?
Because then there's too much background noise in the back.
I need my emotional support human so I don't have bad dreams.
You ever had good luck happen? Where you're like, damn, that was a good luck?
I mean,
Because we've had a lot of bad luck, right? Good luck.
I feel like I've had some pretty, is it, I don't know if I want to call it good luck or if I've just been lucky in a lot of things.
What?
Because I feel like like, for example, and maybe this goes along with the whole, like, power of the universe and whatever, but, like, my oldest daughter, and her, medical condition, every time, like, we moved just before we knew there was a problem, and we happened to move to a state that had 4 specialists for her. She only needs one. But in all of the country, there's only 300 of them in the entire United States. And we happen to be in a city that happened to have 4 of them. And so she was able to get diagnosed and treatment fairly quickly. Whereas if we'd still been living in Montana, it would have taken probably years for her to actually get diagnosed. And it would have created a whole slew of much bigger problems. And it kind of like our lives followed that track. Like every time we wanted to move or needed to move, the jobs that we were getting her dad was getting accepted to happened places where she would be able to get treatment. Like she had a doctor there. And just each time we moved, everything just lined up how it was supposed to for the most part, every single time. And so it made it easy to feel like it was supposed to happen.
I could see.
And so I don't know if I could consider it like one scenario of good luck, other than there's been certain situations where things just were lucky. And then like my second child, when I was pregnant, even before I got pregnant with her, I had seen a video of some sort of like, if you get super itchy in pregnancy, go see your doctor because you could have this really bad thing that could actually end up killing you and your baby.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, that's weird. And then, so when I'd like kind of forgotten about it. But then when I was pregnant, sure enough, around like the 25, 26 week mark, I started getting super itchy. I'm like, I thought I was being paranoid. I'm like, nah, I'll bring it up to my doctor. My doctor thought I was being paranoid. Did the blood work and everything. Turns out I had that problem.
Oh, no.
And they're like, no, you need to, he like called me and he's like, you need to get on this medicine right away. And you're going to have your baby at 36 weeks. Like,
oh no.
And he's like, and you're going in for scans every 2 weeks until you give birth. And I was like, what? All because I saw like one video on YouTube. Or
like
something.
Right place,
randomly.
Right time.
Yeah. So there's just been a series, and of course she was born healthy and fine, and I'm healthy and fine, and all that, but like it's one of those things that I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
But I learned about and it just stayed in my brain long enough for me to utilize it. And it wasn't like when TikTok was around where you just scroll and eventually learn shit.
Dude,
You know?
have you a little bit off topic. Have you tried to find a video that you remember liking in your liked posts?
Yes.
Trying to find a needle in a haystack. Swear to God,
I
Sam.
have to, well, see, and I don't like a lot of videos. If I like it, like, that gets confusing. I will see a lot of videos that I enjoy watching. I don't necessarily
Press the
mark
like,
that I enjoy
yeah.
watching it, but I'll send it to people. But then I forget. I want to send. Sometimes I send videos to multiple people, like one
Yeah.
video to multiple people. I'm like,
yeah, you said
this-
them based on
you.
on what you
Yeah,
think
exactly.
their form of humor is. Yeah.
And then I'll forget who I've sent it to. And then I'll be trying to talk to somebody that I thought I sent it to. Like, hey, did you see that video? They're like, I didn't see that video. I'm like, and then I have to like scroll back trying to find it.
Trying to find it is a bitch. Yeah.
But, oh, God. But I never actually hearted the video, so I can never fucking find it. And then
you can never go back and be like,
have you tried to browse? Have you tried to go back through your watched videos to find a video?
watch videos? No,
You
I
can
didn't
go
even
through
do that.
You can go through your video history. Oh yeah. And it records all of them, whether you watched it for 2 seconds or the full thing. Or if you just I don't know if it counts the ones that you flip by super quick, but yeah, no, you can go through your video watch history. Which I've definitely had to do, but I try to only do that if it's been less than 3 hours. If it's been past 3 hours when I saw the video, it's toast. I'm never going to find it. It's gone forever.
God.
Yeah, but I don't usually heart too many videos. I will repost them and I will heart some. But most of the time I just share. But yeah, that's a fun one. That was really off topic. But yes, those are my little bits of good luck stories.
I'm trying to see if I recall.
And then there's always the ones like where you're running late and then you
get all the
realize
green
that
lights?
well, not only hitting all the green lights, but you run late and then you realize you missed a traffic accident.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
We've had a couple of those. We do a lot of road tripping and stuff, and there's times where we've been. I think one time we were driving back to Portland, and we got delayed, or we had pulled over to stop somewhere. We didn't want to, but we stop at like the fish hatchery or something every time for my oldest to feed the fish and watch it. I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to get home, but we did. And as soon as we got back on the road, there was a traffic accident that literally shut down both sides of the freeway.
Damn.
And I was just like, that was about the time we should have been in that area. And we ended up having to take like the long way around. So yeah, there's definitely quite a few. Like you just get held up for the reasons that you don't even realize.
That's funny because
lucky.
I tell a story in my book of something that happened. So my friend Carlos, he used to have like this sixth sense. Where he would like out of nowhere he'd be like, "Oh, dude, I have this feeling," and we'd just be like, "Shut up, yeah, I don't getting this feeling," and we would all just like abort mission like on the spot, like whatever.
Damn it, Carlos!
Yeah, like fucking. And I remember what made me follow it without question was one time we were in the fourth grade. And we were getting into getting into the habit of ditching school, and we would stay at my house because my mom would go to work like an hour after we left to school, and the house would be open. I remember he's like, we had just ditched school. I think one day that week. I think it was Tuesday or Monday, and then he wanted to ditch on Friday. And I was trying to convince him, nah, like for what? Like we ditched on Tuesday. We're gonna get caught. Like I was trying to like get him to not ditch school this day, and there was no particular reason why. I was just like, at the time, he would constantly, get. We would only do what he would want it, like So I would fight him on things so I can get my word in too, and so I was like, so I finally convinced him. We went to school, and we came back, and his house was broken into while we were at school, and they took like the rent money and like other items here and there. And so after that, I was like, dude, whenever you say you have feelings, we're just gonna like abort mission or whatever you feel like we gotta do at the time and place. And that's what we're gonna do. And I remember one time, it was me, him, and my youngest brother, or not my youngest, but the second youngest brother. He's like, let's go to Albertsons. And what we used to do is we would go to this Albertsons that was like in the same block, just across the street. And we would steal candy and like we would shoplift all the time. And so he's like, let's go hit the Albertsons. And my little brother's like, can I come? And I was like, nah, stay here. He's like, nah, I want to come. So he ended up coming with us. And then Carlos was like, yo, let's go the long way. I was like, why are we gonna go the long way, dude? It's fucking hot. Like I was making up excuses.
Yeah.
Right? He said, nah, I have a bad feeling about this. And I was like, you motherfucker. He's like, I was like, you just fucking with me? He's like, nah. He's like, all right, let's go, whatever then. So we go the long way, which isn't really like longer. It's just there's no shade. It's like we just had a certain route that we took that it just seemed easier. But he was like, nah, let's go the long way. So the long way just all we had to do was go to the actual crosswalk instead of like jaywalking across. And shit. So we went, and then there was this girl like kind of our age, and she was like on rollerblades, waiting for the light to turn green. So we pulled up, and then Carlos was like teasing her, trying to flirt with her or whatever.
Yeah.
And she wasn't like paying attention or whatever, but like because they were like having a conversation, or he was like trying to like woo her, the light turned green and nobody went. And then we saw the light turn green, so we started going. And since she was on rollerblades, she took off, before we did. Like she took off.
Yeah.
And I remember Carlos went, "Hey, wait!" And like she turned around, she just flipped us off, and a fucking car just went, whoo, like right in front of her, like so close that she fell down, like because of the
God,
the wind and stuff. And I remember Carlos ran over there and like helping her up, and she was like super in shock, and like, and then like, yeah, after all of that, and then my little brother's like, "That was crazy, huh?" And then I just looked at Carlos, and he looked at me. He's like, "That's probably what we needed to do. Like that's probably why he had the feeling, because if we didn't take the shortcut, we would have been on the other side of the street. He wouldn't have stopped her for those couple of seconds, trying to woo her, and she would have got hit by the fucking car. There was no doubt." Like I was putting it together. Like I remember, like when we went back home, I was like, "Oh, but if you think about it, it was only like 3 seconds, dude. And like you give her those 3 seconds, she would have been in front of that car. There was no way. Like she would have been. Yeah. It was and then, like yeah, and then every time he had the feeling though. There's a couple stories I tell in my book about his fucking success.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll need a friend like that.
No, it's fucking inconvenient. Just let shit happen, fool. Shut up. Because like every time you said it, like it was always like really bad. And so there was times where we couldn't reverse it. It was already too late for us to like do something about it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He didn't speak very good English, so he's like, I don't have a good feeling about this, Teddy. You shut up right now.
Like, you shut your mouth.
Fuck.
Okay, God damn it.
Yeah, that would conclude today.
Yes.
If you guys are having bad luck, I suggest meditating.
Yes.
Changing your state of mind. It really does help.
It does. It's good.
Yeah. And if you can't get past the shit luck, I don't know. I still haven't figured it out myself. It'll go away.
We'll let you know when we unlock it.
Yeah. Go look for some 4-leaf clovers.
Good luck.
I don't think I ever tried looking for 4-leaf clovers. I remember it being
Well, it doesn't matter. Just bring a child with you and they'll humble you real fast. You can borrow mine.
Oh shit. Oh shit, let me pull up the but yeah, that will conclude today's episode of the Rolling Tape Podcast. I hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. I'm enjoying them. Every week
They're
I'm like,
fun.
I can't wait to the podcast. Even though we have like our own shit going on in the background too.
I know. Crazy life.
So we try to do the podcast. We try to do the podcast live at Twitch at the Rolling at twitch.tv / the Rolling Thick. You guys will come through. We try to do it every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. You guys want to come through, join us in chat. We like conversating. We like you guys' opinions and stories and stuff. If you guys want to contact us, you guys have your stories or concerns or voice your opinions, you can look us up, or you can send us an email at the Rolling Thick Podcast at gmail. Or you can follow us on TikTok at the Rolling Thick. If you follow, we follow back, so you can message us and we'll reply there. You can find the podcast over at Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're on Audible. We're on Amazon. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Pandora.
Everywhere.
Just find us. You'll find it. Google us. Is that it? You want to add anything?
Machine. No, you got it all.
Y'all stay safe, dude. Yo, if Trump wins this election, we're going to war.
Oh boy. Oh boy. We'll see what happens.
Man, no one loves you.
Grid's
We
gonna
love
shut
you.
down. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.